So I've heard a lot about a lot of microphones over the past 2 years. And before I started my podcast, I have two podcasts, by the way, and this will be the third podcast, kind of a tech review podcast. I'm not going to buy a bunch of things. I'm not rich, but I may have some videos and cover some things to come out, things that are out, and some things that I have. Today, I want to talk about this microphone right here, the MXLBCD1. This is an excellent microphone. I have used it for 2 years now. Like I said, I have two podcasts, several podcasts with other people, two podcasts I do myself, and this will be the third podcast, a tech review podcast. When I was looking for a microphone, when I was looking to start podcasting, there were many different microphones that people went over, and of course the gold standard, the Shure SM7B, was the microphone that everyone used. I have nothing against that microphone. This is what I will tell you. I have other microphones. I have the Zoom ZDM1, I have MXL990, I have another older MXL microphone I bought years ago when I was recording. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But when you are looking for a microphone, the mistake I made was I watched a whole bunch of videos and I watched people talking on different microphones, and I was listening to the different audio, and I thought to myself, oh, I need this one, or oh wait, I need this one, only to find out that if you find a microphone that you like and you find a sound that you like, just stick with that microphone. Now, if I compared this against the Shure SM7B, which I don't currently own, I may own one in the future, Lord willing, but I am partisan to the sound of the MXLBCD1. I've seen many reviews, and in one of the reviews, the reviewer went over the MXLBCD1 and the Zoom ZDM1. And the one thing I heard was that the sound of the BCD1 was tinny, was very expressive on the high end, and had a low end rumble. I personally like the low end rumble. I have somewhat of a in-between voice. It's not high pitch, it's not deep. I do have a rumble on the low end frequencies on my voice. This kind of inside baseball. I'm not a true audio guy. I'm a bit of an audiophile. I'm particular about my sound, but I don't go overboard like some people. Now, with this MXLBCD1, I am running an Art Studio V3 tube amplifier. Now, with many dynamic microphones, which this is, I'm not going to go over the specs. If you want the specs, you can go and look it up on MXL's website. I know a lot of people go through things like that, and I know when people go to look up a microphone, they just want to hear the audio. They want to know what it sounds like, and that's why this whole thing is being recorded on this. I'm not going to record it on anything else. Like I said, I'm running an Art Studio V3 tube amplifier because I like that warm sound that the tube gives, and I'm running that into a Focusrite 2i2 4th gen with the air switch turned on, which gives you a bit of a presence boost. So this is not necessarily native audio from the MXL BCD1, but native audio from the MXL BCD1 doesn't sound bad at all. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute my audio. I'm going to disconnect from my Art Studio V3 tube preamplifier. I'm going to go directly into my Focusrite 2i2 4th gen, turn the air switch on, of course, give myself some more volume, and we're going to come back. Let's do this. So I have a noise suppressor and a noise gate on OBS. And when I connect to my Focusrite 2i2, my input gain is set at about 12 o'clock. Now, that's not enough input gain to break through that noise gate and that noise suppressor, and dynamic microphones generally need more input gain, which is why you use a preamplifier such as a cloud lifter. So I'm going to crank my volume up on my Focusrite 2i2 right about here. So dynamic microphones need a lot of gain. They're not like phantom powered microphones, which have a lot more gain. I'm not going to get into all of that. So right now I have my Focusrite 2i2 maxed out. Now I'm going to turn my air switch off. Air is now off and I'm maxed out, and it doesn't sound bad. A lot of the vocals and a lot of the audio I heard from many people using the MXLBCD1, it sound really tinny is the word that they use. It sound like it was missing mids and lows. I'm not exactly sure why. Now right now I'm running OBS and I have some filters on my audio, so I'm gonna connect back to my Art Studio V3 and my Focusrite 2i2, and then I'm gonna take those filters off so you can hear the raw audio from the MXLBCD1. Let me do that right now. Okay, so what you're hearing right now, I am back to using my Art Studio V3 running to my Focusrite 2i2. I have my air switch turned on. I kind of like that. Now I'm going to go into my filters on OBS and I'm going to turn all of my filters off one by one. So my compressor is now off. My noise suppression is now off. My EQ is now off. My noise gate is off, and now my limiter is off. So what you're hearing right now is the raw audio from the MXLBCD1. While I say raw audio, I'm going through my my Art Studio V3 preamplifier. Now a lot of people, when they use dynamic microphones, they use a cloud lifter, and I understand why people use cloud lifters. I'm going to do another review of the Art Studio V3. It's a lot more options to this preamp, and you get that warm sound from the tube. I like that sound. It has that broadcast 1960s-esque voice, and I love it. I'm not going to tell you that this microphone beats the Shure SM7B. That's the gold standard. But I'm also not going to tell you that this microphone won't do you justice. Now, I've heard a lot of reviews where people have blasted this microphone, and for the life of me, when I listen to these reviews and I hear the audio, I'm thinking to myself, why does it sound that tinny? Because when I record my audio, it doesn't sound like that, even without all of my filters. I will never know why, but I'm here to tell you that this microphone is definitely one you will love. Purchase it.